Nah, yo, shout out my dog Justin, bro. That intro go crazy, bro. Yo, welcome to the Basement Post Game Show. I'm the host for the night. PG1 is out. He's getting a well-needed rest. He don't gotta watch this yee ass team, but we do. You feel me? So we here. I'm the host for the night, Twan, and I got them guys with me. You feel me? So to my left, we got the first member of the Cain game. We got my dog Kendall. Kendall, how we feeling today, bro?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Ain't no complaints.
To my right, got my dog Threat. Appreciate you, Roy. Got my dog Threat. Threat, how we feeling, bro?
Another Heat game, another dub. Can't complain, man. It is what it is at this point, man. The boys feeling good, man.
It is what it is, big dog. To my bottom left, we got my dog Brian. Brian, how we feeling, bro?
What's up? I
Zion would
keep
have
seeing
had
that Heat
60.
draft pick slip, so not doing too good.
Jeez. And finally, my guy Stone. Stone, how we feeling?
Feeling great. Heat won. Good night of basketball.
Yeah, man. The Heat got a dub in emphatic fashion. They blew these boys out from start to finish. Shit was ugly the entire time, bro. Like, good hoops overall. My guy Bam got the hoop. Forget all that Sabonis talk. Bam is him. Don't ever put them in the same conversation ever again, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to see that shit on Twitter no more. Just a good win, man. Jimmy was hooping. Tyler Hero passing the ball moving all around. You feel me? So I want to get these guys' thoughts on the game. So we'll start with you, Stone. How you feeling about the game?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get like Bam, Jimmy, and I guess Vic out of the game in the fourth quarter because you're up so much, that's good. You can steal some minutes of rest for those guys. I feel like there's a lot of games that like you can tell we're going to lose the game and we just keep all those guys in there the entire minutes like that they would normally play despite that, and I just feel like that's kind of a wasted effort. So it was nice for them to earn some of that rest back tonight. Bam, I mean, just impacted this game everywhere. Watching him go coast to coast with Valanciunas chasing him definitely made me very appreciative for the super athlete that is Bam, that is the center of my team, and that I don't have to deal with like this league average, like tall European, slow, crusty, dusty center that other fans have to deal with. Bam is special, and I was glad that I got to witness that tonight.
You see my boy, man. Like the video up, subscribe to the network. We so close to 2K. We about to hit it. I think we at 1800 right now. So man, like the stream up. Make sure y'all subscribe. And yeah, man, it was a good outing for Bam, man. We got to see Jimmy and Bam rest in the fourth quarter. We got and it's in garbage time. You feel me? That's what we looking to see. Brian, how you feeling about the game, man?
So win for the players, a loss for the future of the Miami Heat, but that's cool. This was the first game all season where the Miami Heat kind of took over from start to finish. I can't remember a game this season where they've had like a double-digit lead essentially the whole game. The facilitating was really good, and the ball was moving. This was the first game where I think they didn't have like a big advantage in terms of like made threes, but they still won comfortably. Basically everybody played well. It's another night where Bam shows that he's an all-star. Obviously not going to be a starter, but he should be on the team. Yeah, good game. Obviously, like Stone said, Jimmy and Tyler got rest, Kyle Lowry got rest. Just an overall good win.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out my guy Pride by Pat, basement boy, with the 4.99 donut. He said, "Brian, the tank is over. The Kendall is kenneling again with the good effort. We got pieces to move, but they finally playing ball." Brian, you got any response to that?
Yeah, that's loser talk. The tank is never over. They're right there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still a mid team. Like they could very well still be in the lottery. I'm not giving up on that.
It's looking real 15th pick outside. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Kendall, how you feeling about the game, big dog?
Yeah, them boys was sharing the pill, man. Everybody was eating. 37 assists is insane. Not only everybody was eating, but the shooting was like it looked like last year's Miami Heat. Like, point guard play was solid. Both, you feel me? Tyler did what I asked him to do last game. He came out trying to get people involved and pass the ball instead of, since he coming off the injury, starts trying to score and shit. And then the best player, I think, is Bam, on a nightly basis with Jimmy's age and his injuries, like the knee situation. He playing like how he's supposed to be. So, and they played through him. Like, it's becoming pretty clear and evident that, like, that's the guy that you should be playing through every night. Like, it's not a complicated game. They don't do it. Depot and Bam's, I guess, chemistry is getting much better. You like to see that. Gabe Vincent, I don't know if, I guess I got Gabe was bad luck for Gabe. Because as soon as Gabe hopped off the bandwagon, Gabe Vincent started hooping. He ain't fooling me.
For real.
You feel me? Like, that boy, he going to look crazy out there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a solid win. And the first for, bro, I don't remember the last time they won a game that was just like a very controlled game, which is interesting. And it's print against like a team that I think is pretty good, like schematically against us. Like, they got a lot of long, athletic guys, and for them to be able to get the ball into the paint as much as they did, like, they ain't seem like phased by them. So it could be just one of them nights, but they did what they had to do. So it ain't nothing but a salute, though.
You definitely right on that Bam point about them getting him involved. Like, it was early. It was from the jump. Bro was getting to his bag early. I think
it got to a point. John Crotty started like literally crying to get Bam the basketball. Like, late in the third, early fourth, like he just kept saying, "I hope they keep going." He said that shit about 5 times in like a 2-minute span, and I'm like, "Oh, this boy in that '90s point guard vibe right now," because like it's crazy.
Oh yeah. My boy Royal, he dropped the bread on, even though it's going back to him. Appreciate you, big dog. Royal with the $4.99 dono. He said Tyler Herro is an op. My God, that hope he'll be out there selling. Give the ball to Bam. Make the game simple. Health advice. Speaking of simple, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna catch my first live. Shout out to Simple Health Advice. Shout out to my dog James Paul. Insurance does not need to be complicated. Email them or give them a call today and tell them the basement sent you. Shout out my dog James Paul. Blow that boy phone up. Don't let bro sleep tonight because we blowing him up about this insurance. The primary sponsor of the basement. I appreciate you, James Paul, as always in the comments. He's always in the chat. You feel me, going crazy. So shout out my guy James Paul. And Threat, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling about the game, big dog?
Another game the Heat beat up on dudes who are not completely healthy. I didn't see any Brandon Ingram. I didn't see any Zion Williamson out there, and the Heat blew this team out. I mean, are we supposed to be moved? Are we supposed to be impressed? I'm not sure, but I'm neither. And I never will be with this roster on the floor. Tyler Herro is in a tremendous slump. I think he went 1 for 8 last game. I think he went 0 for 7 this game, and 7 for 35 or 36 in his last couple games that he's even played. I mean, he has absolutely no touch. Kyle Lowry is back and unfortunately still breathing. So once again, I'm traumatized that he found his way to the NBA courts. Unfortunately. Gabe Vincent hooped. Bam Adebayo hooped. Well, Bam Adebayo hooped. Let me just say that. That's the only thing that really matters. It is what it is, man. And he did what they were supposed to do against a weak and beat up side.
I mean, to be fair, right? These is games these boys was losing probably like a month ago. We see people check out the lineup. We see them they missing like 2-3 of their top players. That's an L. So at the very least, they winning now. I mean, we're not giving participation trophies out or nothing like that. But handling business is what they ain't been able to do, and they finally doing it now. So we take it. But speaking of the boy Bam, my boy was hooping tonight. He looked like he was getting going early, and it stayed throughout the entire game. Almost had a 30-piece. If he'd have played that fourth quarter, probably would have had a 30-piece, but he finished the night with 26. So that's always good. Shout out to my boy. Is that George with the Aussie Bucks? James Poole got me $3 million costs. Oh, because Lowry threw a bad lob and it gave me a concussion. Ring special health advisor. I see you trying to throw a lob, my boy. Put it back up, Justin. Put it back up. He threw another lob. We got to throw the ad back up. I guess not. I'm a hoe. Shout out to Simple Health Advisor. Shout out my boy James Poe. Tell him the basement sent you. Like I said, blow my man's phone up. Blow his email up saying you need this insurance immediately. Shout out my dog James Poe, though. Kendall, we're going to go to you. How you feel about Bam's game overall? And is this a sign of, because they started to go to him early, because it remained throughout the game? Is this the wave now? Jimmy took a back seat again tonight. We've been seeing that a lot lately.
I mean, it is the way, like, to find out some truth, you know what I'm saying, about the team. You gotta play through Bam, bro. Like, I think he literally the one with a mismatch every single time, like, that he touches the ball. Like, it just needs to be like that added, like the game with the guards, like that has to be more consistent. It just it's be these lows throughout the game. But yeah, I think Jimmy should take a backseat. I think that's pretty simple. I think Tyler should look to try to be a playmaker more. Depot just try to be a playmaker, and the game gonna open up for you, like it playing off of the man. You know what I'm saying? If he can screen open like fucking Duncan and Max and them at the 3-point line, like we seen for 2-3 years, he could do it on the other end. And I like the fact that, the man now lead the league in points in the paint. I don't know what that prop bet was probably like, but I'm pretty sure Bam would have probably been like plus 45, 4,500. Like, I don't think Bam would have been up there too high, like coming into the season. So, like, to lead the league in something like that without somebody who can consistently like attack defenses and like put a lot of pressure on them. Cause like, yeah, all the players can do it sometimes. It's just not consistent enough. Tyler Herro is not no rim pressure. Like Oladipo sometimes, but like he ain't what he used to be. And Jimmy just don't pass him the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. The most consistent rim pressure on the team don't pass the big man rolling to the basket, the ball. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's good to see him still lead the league in that, you know what I'm saying? And then on the defensive end, he just do what he do. And he didn't struggle against size and Valanciunas. Like, that's something that Bam, you know what I'm saying, we usually get at. He even had some good games. He just had 2 good games against Brook Lopez. He had a good one against 2 against DeAndre Ayton. He had a good game against Jokic, you know what I'm saying, offensively. So, that's good to see that he kind of like turning that page when it comes to that struggle with size narrative.
That's a fact, bro. Shout out to Heather with the $4.99 donut. Shout out to Vic, 7 points and wild passes. MVP couldn't make it without him. Wow. I mean, Vic played good for what it's worth. Yeah, his passes ain't on the money, but he's a role player, Let him be a role player. Bro,
Vic had 0 turnovers.
And to your point, Kendall, you feel me? Vic and Tyler, they was pocket passing to find Bam all over the place. They was lighting Valanciunas' ass up with a pocket pass. They couldn't cover it to save their life. So, Brian, I want you to talk about that. Talk about like Vic and Tyler and how they were getting Bam involved and how it led to, ball movement overall for the entire team.
You're on mute, Brian.
That boy said.
My bad. Now, I was going to say this season, it feels like obviously Vic and Tyler have been Bam's best facilitators. I feel like in general, this team has looked for Bam a lot more, and it helps that Bam has had that aggressive mindset. Bam's put himself in position to be found on offense, where usually, he's the guy looking for others. But, we see him sealing guys. We see Vic and Tyler, obviously hitting him on the roll. It goes both ways. It feels like the whole team has kind of, made a more concerted effort to get Bam the ball. And like Kendall said, like this team is a lot better when they play through Bam. We saw it last night or last game. They're playing a lot through Tyler and Vic, and the Hawks, they beat them. They beat them pretty bad in that first half, but as they started to play through Bam, the game got a lot more competitive. So that's the way forward. I think that obviously, looking way down the line, you got to get Bam, a guard that is better than Kyle Lowry at getting Bam those looks. But they've done a good job, if nothing else, that you take from this season. it's that Bam is the guy that you want to play through, and you can win that way.
Fact. That's a fact. Threat, I want you to talk about why can't Jimmy get Bam the ball? Why he just choose not to, bro? I watched this man run pick and roll with Orlando Robinson, and he can find him so easily. It feels so natural. He even when he was running pick and roll with Dewayne Dedmon, finding him in the holes, getting him good looks at the rim. What is it about Bam Adebayo that just don't work, or he just don't even look for it?
I have absolutely no clue. It doesn't make sense to me. The math ain't mathing. I'm guessing it's because they occupy the same damn spots is why they can't figure out how to get the pick and roll or pick and pop working amongst each other. I wish that they could, because obviously if the Heat want to be competitive with this roster, the two best players have to be able to play with each other. And unfortunately, the one and the two can't play together, but the 2 and the 3 kinda, because we see Tyler Herro and the way that he's able to get Bam involved. I'm not sure if it's the outside shooting that Herro provides why Jimmy can't do it, but it's just a weird dynamic, and part of the reason why the roster construct is not a winning formula for a championship. So, we're in how many years of this same build? There's just no answer for this at all anymore. It is what it is. You just gotta hope that they kind of play off each other like a string. They won't probably go off at the same time while on the court, but you would hope that they dominate when they're off the court at the same time. Like when Jimmy's sitting or Bam is sitting, you hope to see one of them dominate. But as far as them both dominating at the same time, I just don't think that's realistic to ever see from this team.
Stone, how you feel about that? You agree that you don't think that both of them can dominate at the same time?
I don't like. It's tough because it defies like basketball logic and reasoning. Like they should be able to play off each other. They should be able to play together. But I think that Threat made a lot of good points. We're into a few years in this build, and we've seen that he can't get him the ball when they run pick and roll together. And it is like, I wondered if it was kind of a size thing, because like he was able to get Joel Embiid the ball in Philly fine. But I mean, Orlando Robinson and Bam are practically the same height. So the fact that he can get Orlando Robinson involved, but not Bam, don't make much sense to me. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with their rotations. Like, it also doesn't help when you kick the ball out to Tyler for a reset and he decides he's going to just play iso ball for the last 14 seconds on the shot clock. You're not getting like a second look at that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. When they pass to an open 3-point shooter, it's like automatically a shot taken. It's just tough to find a basketball reason why it doesn't work. But I still am hopeful that they can eventually figure it out. Maybe I'm stupid for that. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Spo, man. I mean, only 6 minutes for Haywood Highsmith tonight. That was some beautiful, beautiful work. Thank you for doing the Lord's work, Spo. We appreciate you.
Yeah, you got to keep it going, because they're not just Highsmith. Dedmon did not play a minute in which I watched the game. So, and I didn't watch, like, once Bam came out and Tyler came out, I didn't watch no more of the game. So, shout out to Spo. I think it seemed like Robinson then. Oh, thanks, Belinsky Pierre for the 199 donut. Bam, number 1 in point scoring in the NBA. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Is it like Orlando Robinson has passed Dedmon in the rotation ever since Dedmon wilded out?
As he should.
Yeah, you feel me? But damn, they got Dedmon up out of there. Who played? Oh, yeah, 6 minutes for Highsmith. Don't worry.
I mean, Orlando Robinson ain't too much better. But at the very least, bro is learning how to catch the basketball, which is, that's a far cry from where bro was before. He couldn't catch nothing. He caught all his passes tonight, didn't fumble anything. Don't worry about the finisher. We one step at a time. We can only get so much on this roster. But he catching the basketball now. So shout out to Orlando Robinson. I appreciate your efforts. You keeping Big 21 off the floor. I ain't Roy, you feel me? I don't swing this rock around. I'm Damian Lillard, you feel me? I get my shit off. I want to talk about Victor Oladipo. His playmaking is here, bro. His playmaking is here. His defense is here. I don't want to be too optimistic. I don't, because it's the Miami Heat, and anytime you get optimistic about anything when it comes to Miami Heat, other than Bam Adebayo, bro, has been him, but we haven't seen in the playoffs yet. But when it comes to Vic, man, I don't know, big dog. He might be back. He might be back in terms of what we're gonna see from him as a player moving forward. In terms of this, whatever iteration of him being this role player for the Heat, I think he's about to hit that stride to where it's gonna be like, okay, he can really be effective. He can bring his offense on. The defense is there. The playmaking is there, and it's consistent now. So I don't know, man. How y'all feeling about Vic, bro?
So, I did want to see a larger sample size, and I feel like his last 10 games is kind of a good sample size. I don't know if he can realistically get that in the playoffs, but for his last 10 games, he's 16, 5, and 4. I do want the shooting splits to come up because he's 43.8% from the field and 37% from 3. But that's what we should expect from Vic. I don't know if the points per game will be there, but hopefully he can bring that element of being able to play make, because that's essentially his role coming off the bench, is to play make and facilitate. Hopefully we can see that. He's coming back down to earth these last 2 games as far as the scoring output. But I do like the playmaking element, and I do like the fact that the defense will always be there for Victor Oladipo. That's going to be huge in the playoffs. But I just got to keep harping on it. The scoring, what version of Victor Oladipo are we going to see? When it's playoff time, the court gets a lot smaller. The space that he occupies isn't going to be as wide open because he's not going to be sharing the floor with bums for majority of the time that he's on the floor. He's going to be playing alongside Jimmy and Bam with a lot more minutes than he has, right now. So we'll see what it looks like in the playoffs, but I do like what I'm seeing out of Victor Oladipo this far.
Anybody else got anything to say about Vic?
Yeah, I feel like at this point he's probably their 4th best player. Everything but the scoring, and I feel like Brett said, like I don't know if I can trust that in the playoffs, but everything else he does, you would want out of basically like an elite or close to an elite role player. If this team was like had a better roster, Vic would probably be the X factor guy where you're like, yeah, this guy could potentially change a series with his facilitating with his defense, but at this point, that bench, it needs that scoring punch, and if he's not going to be able to shoot super well, if he's going to take, he's going to turn the ball over with crazy-ass passes, if he's not going to be able to be a good finisher, that could be a problem. But at this point, with this roster, you take it. Like I said, like despite all the flaws offensively, at least as a scorer, still probably the 4th best player. So, yeah, he's far exceeded my expectations. But part of that's also because everybody else has, not met them. But yeah, he's been good.
Shout out to the nasty man, Darius Jordan, for the $10 dono. Bam, 11 for 15, 26 and 8. Now time to get these bones off the court with February 9th around the corner. I'm gonna be real. I ain't even finna get hyped about no trades, man. Like y'all just gotta let them show you. We can talk about them in chats and whatnot, but them boys gotta show me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's going to be nobody who can move a needle like that. So it's like,
how y'all feel about the John Collins news, though?
I fuck with
We
it.
had this discussion earlier. I'm cool, bro. I'm good. I'm good on John Collins. He ain't shooting the ball good enough for me to be
Shot
comfortable with him playing
tonight,
next to Bam, man.
He shot that motherfucker good tonight, my brother.
It's because I talk shit about him. That's what it was, bro. It's just because of that. Bro shooting 22% from 3 on the year, man. That shit gonna get ugly in the playoffs. The paint already cramped now with Jimmy and Bam on the floor at the same time. You add John Collins in there. Ideally, if he's shooting great, yes, that's wonderful. But his game, he want to get downhill, he want to get to the rim, be athletic, do athletic shit. You feel me? So it's a tough fit. I ain't saying he a bad player or nothing like that. It's just ugly here. You feel me? I like his age. I like him playing off the ball and everything like that. It's just ugly for the Heat. You feel me? So I'm
Yeah.
scared to like give a first round pick or anything for him.
I feel you, but it is scary. Like we don't have nobody who you could say, oh, he could play with him and his game gonna elevate. Because if we did, Bam would already be eating more than he does. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all his teammates. But bro, I'm all about asset flipping. Like he better than what it was Duncan, Caleb in the first. Like he better than that. Like how I essentially see that is you trading Caleb for John Collins. Because the first, I don't know what the fuck that is. And I know what Duncan is, and he asked. So I just see it as a straight up Caleb for Collins deal. And it's just like, if that was something, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely do it. Because at the end of the day, like, bro, what's the worst that can happen, bro? You just paying somebody else, Duncan, like 4 years, like you at like $5 million more, you know what I'm saying? And you lost the first round pick. So fucking what, bro? Like, just try to do something different. Like, cause you know this ain't it. If you know this ain't it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what you can have. I would do it because it's like, nah.
I mean, that John Collins, Tyler Herro flip, that's going to hit like a Mack truck, brother. You getting something good with that. So I'm all for that. It's just seeing the hoops for the rest of the season that I don't want to watch that because
It's gonna be ugly either way, my brother.
Man.
We know how this story ends.
I think Brian wanted to jump in on that one too.
Yeah.
Brian had his.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, at this point, I'm keeping all of my picks because it feels like every summer, there's somebody that becomes available. We have the same conversation. They don't have enough picks. They don't have enough assets. So John Collins plus Tyler Herro is, I gotta admit, that's a good package. But people want picks, and if it's me, it won't do it. I'm trading Gabe. I'm trading Max. I'm trading all those guys for as many picks as I can get. I know what's gonna happen is they're gonna trade up first for Jared Vanderbilt or somebody, some role player, but it is what, and we all know that's exactly the type of move they're gonna make. So I won't get my way, but at this point, fuck it, just keep the picks, get more picks, go into the offseason and get somebody that way. But they're not gonna do that.
The only rumor I've seen about the trade deadline with the Heat that I actually believe, because it just sounds like something they would absolutely do, is I think that they're all in on Nerlens Noel from the Pistons, and that's going to be that's a nasty ass fit with this group. I think he gives you more off the bench than what Dedmon gives you, but like I definitely don't want to be moving picks to acquire Nerlens Noel, but I know that this team will acquire Nerlens Noel.
They traded first for Nerlens Noel. I will fly down to Miami and slap Pat Riley. I do not care. Be a dumbass
flight, brother. Book your flight.
I might as well, yeah.
I
might as well.
It's coming.
Nah, honestly, for me, I think it's that Jay Crowder shit, bro. Like, that sound like the writing on the wall type shit for them. Like, to double back on some shit they done already had. Like, that's definitely like Miami Heat type vibe right there. At least sentimental.
In the year of our Lord 2023, bro, Pat Riley's not finessing anybody in the land of the free, in the home of the brave at all. That man is absolutely washed. So I'm expecting a dumpster fire of a move. The John Collins move doesn't move me at all, especially for the fact that it includes a first round pick. Now, I tweeted this earlier. NBA first round pick is not equivalent to an NFL first round pick in any kind of fashion, but at the same time, for some reason, it holds a lot of weight that you have a first round pick just in trade facet, and to have to give that up for John Collins when we can probably flip something later down the line, it doesn't sit in my soul the right way like how it should. Now, if you're able to get some of these undrafted free agents that we have acquired on our roster, which is double digits, which is way too high, and flip those into some sort of draft picks, then okay, I'll be okay with it. But it seems that we tend to hold these guys and then pay them. So why should I expect them to make the right moves? I don't. So we'll see what happens. But I'm actually terrified of the trade deadline this year.
Yeah, this shit's finna be a mess. I'm not gonna hold you. Mike Muscala is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a whole lot of ass. We're getting a whole lot of nothing. I'm getting like Nemanja Bjelica vibes from this trade deadline. So it's going to be ugly. You said what? Right?
Straight pinky vibes, straight Meg the Stallion, a whole lot of ass shit.
Pitiful, bro. But yeah, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We about to get the fuck up out of here. Let's talk about this next game. Who they play next, bro? Do y'all know?
The Mavs.
Dress it up and go to Dallas. 200 miles on the dash.
Oh,
we playing the Mavs?
Yeah, they play the Mavs.
Mavs on Friday? Yeah, Mavs on Friday.
Thank you somebody for the $2 dono. He said Christian Wood would look good next to Bam. Yeah, he would. Too late, in my opinion.
Could have been.
I don't know why he's not getting the correct burn anyways at Dallas, but yeah, that's another story.
We played them at 7:30 in front of the hoes on Friday on live on ESPN. Stone, I'm going to go to you first. The boy feeling good, man.
I think last year was the first time Luka beat the Heat, and I expect this game to be win number 2 for Luka versus the Heat. I think that Brian was absolutely right that Zion would have had 60 for us, so Luka's got his back, and he'll have 70 for us.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. You spitting, big dog. Brian, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling great, Luka. I'm not going to go 70. I'll go 50, 20, and 10. Mavs blowout. Feeling good about that.
Kendall, boy feeling good?
Yeah, the boy feeling good because my top op of the NBA is gonna play my favorite team in the NBA, and that means that we about to buzz Dallas fucking ass. Fuck a Dallas and fuck a Luka Doncic. Y'all niggas ain't gonna push that fat James Harden 2.0 ass boy on me. Fuck him. Bust his ass. If y'all can get me a dub, get that one. Jimmy, get that dub. Bam, they don't have no bigs, bro. Dwight Powell, they best big, and he's shorter than you. Eat. We gonna see. We gonna see. Dinwiddie said Luka play defense. Put Luka ass in the pick and roll. Every single possession, he participate on defense. Fuck Luka. Fuck him. And the Mavericks. And fuck Mark Cuban. And Dirk Nowitzki because he got that raw ass statue. That shit clean as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. But fuck that statue. Nowitzki way. Fuck Nowitzki way. Shit sound like Milky Way. Fuck that shit. We gonna blow that shit out. Fuck them. I do not like Dallas or Luka Doncic, bro. Hell no.
Hey, yo. No, they talk about you spitting. That's crazy. Threat. Boy feeling good, bro?
Man, fuck Dirk Nowitzki for stealing a black woman from the black man. But anyways, I have the Heat destroying the Dallas Mavericks. That team is bad. They lost 5 of the last 6 games. Luka's out there crying for help.
Same thing.
He out there crying for help. He's saying that if y'all don't make a move, I'm finna bust some ass and get the fuck up out of here. So we're gonna help push that damn agenda. We're gonna help them lose games. Help Luka get his ass up out of there and find his way to the crib. I'm sorry, Kendall, but that boy is raw. But yeah, the Heat are gonna win, and he gonna win easily too by 10 plus.
You know, I'm glad you brought up they lost 5 of their last 6 because, as I've stated before, ladies and gentlemen, nothing brings teams together quite like playing the Miami Heat. The Mavs finna blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Mavs by 70. Luka already got 56 as we speak, ladies and gentlemen.
Stand up.
56 point triple-double is inbound. Bam gonna play good, so that's all I really care about. But Luka gonna have 56 on Jimmy Butler head, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. So I hope y'all are prepared. We're gonna see y'all on Friday. Yeah, thank y'all in the comments. As always, the show wouldn't be what it is without y'all. Appreciate you, Stone. Appreciate them boys from the Cain gang. My dog Brian, my dog Kendall, my dog Threat. And yeah, fuck it. We out. Play the video, Justin.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey.
Fuck Luka.
Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no. Friends in the foe, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, so when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off, get your takes off. Going down in the basement. Going down in the basement. Get your takes off.